and welcome to my channel. My name is the Alpha King, and I usually play games on my channel, on my YouTube channel. But I am also a huge anime fan, and to be even more specific, I'm a huge manga fan. And again, to be more specific, I'm also a huge One Piece fan. So today I had an idea for a video. I thought that I would go ahead and rank all the One Piece arcs. Right? I realized that this is going to be longer than ranking all the sagas, but let's just try it, right? uh, I'm not sure how long this is going to be, so because I'll try to go over each arc and see what are the positives and see what are the negatives. There are a lot of arcs that in general the collective fandom hates but I like, so it's going to be interesting, and I want to see actually, because uh, what I think about certain arcs that I have not read for some time. So let's get to it. I have a tier list open, right? And as you can see, let's start with the first arc that we have, which is Drum Island. So Drum Island is where we get introduced to Chopper, we get introduced to Hilrook, as well as Dr. Kureha. These are some positives. The famous line of, when does a man die? Chopper's backstory, introduction of Blackbeard pirates, a name drop. Okay, I wouldn't say introduction, but a name drop. Introduction, not again, another name drop from Ace. You see Ace briefly in Drum Island. So these are the positives. Some negatives that I can think of is Zoro is not throughout the arc, but I don't think that's really a negative. I think that's fine, even if Zoro is not present. So I would put Drum Island at a solid B. I think B is fine. There's not a lot of story threads that resolve or that finally convene at B. The only reason I'm putting this as B, and please understand, like this is with respect to other arcs. Drum Island is a B in One Piece, but if you compare different stories, it might be better than their A rank story arcs. So yeah, this obviously is a comparison within One Piece arcs. So, Alabasta is a banger arc. Damn, do so many cool things happen. The first time we take down a warlord, there's amazing humor. One of the first 1v1s we get for Straw Hats, Mr. Prince, right? I don't think there are very few negatives. There are obviously, Pell does not die in this arc. Then soldiers stop to listen to Vivi, which is slightly realistic but also slightly unrealistic. Koza does not die. A lot of people don't die, but I'm still going to rank Alabasta high because the positives far outweigh the negatives. Yeah, I think I'll definitely put this at A, but I might come back and change it. Give everything a thought again. Jaya. Okay, yeah, I think Jaya for me will be another candidate for B or A. Most probably not A because it's not as good as Alabasta, but it's definitely good. This is the first time we meet Bellamy. First time, where you get the iconic, "Where are you going, Luffy?" "I'm going up," right? So the punch, Blackbeard. How can I forget Blackbeard? You meet Blackbeard's crew. There is a small introduction of them going to Sengoku. I don't know if that happens while we are in Jaya. So I'm not 100% sure when one of the Blackbeard pirates, the hypnotist, goes to Sengoku to talk about Blackbeard. I don't know when that happens. Is it after Skypia or Jaya? I think it's maybe. Okay. But let's focus on specifics that we do see in Jaya. Do we have any negatives? I think it's a short arc. There aren't really a lot of negatives. So yeah, I think this actually this is not as good as no, but I'm so sorry. How can I forget about Noland, right? So that story the fact that he's trying to compete against, like, prove his ancestors wrong, the everything that happens in the forest. So it has humor as well. So I think, yeah, this is another B. Wow. If I took 5 minutes to rank 3 arcs, okay, probably need to start this a little bit more. The next arc is Skypia, and boy, do people hate Skypia. I am astonished that how can someone say to, people who are watching One Piece new, that skip Skypia. Who skips Skypia, man? Like, really, if you when we see Gold Roger, when we see his flashback, even Gold Roger did not skip Skypia, and people have the audacity to say, skip Skypia, don't watch it. Oh my god, that's bullshit. So, okay, positives and negatives. Skypia positives. It's very related to the overarching plot of the story, especially if you're caught up 1 2 week. Slight spoilers if you're not. Skip 1 minute ahead. Uh, Especially things with the sun god Nika, and so if you're aware of the theories that is going on, there's a lot of talk about the final Raftel being in one of the eyes of the skull, sun god Nika somehow being related to these people, the Skypians, Shandorians, right? Not, I wouldn't say Shandorians, but yeah, sorry, Shandorians. So there's a lot of endgame stuff that is being set up in Skypia. Gold Roger obviously goes back. You have the Poneglyph, but there's also the Slim Shady, our dear own Eminem NL. So let's focus on the art then. What happens? Luffy takes the knockup stream, goes there. Amazing world building, especially in the clouds. So that's a positive. They do set up villains decently. Okay, like the priest, right? Robin gets a one-on-one. Chopper gets a one-on-one. Sanji does not get a one-on-one. Usopp does not get a one-on-one. They help Nami, but they get taken out. It makes sense because there aren't really a lot of enemies, but it would. But oh, now I just realized while talking, like, Oda offset it by putting Sanji and putting Sanji and Usopp along with Luffy. So they don't get a one-on-one, but they do fight a priest. So that's great, right? It's amazing. Like, if I think of a criticism, and Oda has already thought of it, and right. So I would say same level as Alabasta. I still cannot think of like a genuine literary criticism. I might be able to if I, gave this video more time, right? If we go for each and everything that people do. Again, nobody dies, so the emotional impact is slightly lessened, right? But apart from that, it's fine. I mean, it's a meme gag at this point. Nobody dies in the present timeline in One Piece except maybe Pedro. Spoilers if you don't know who Pedro is, or if you know who Pedro is but haven't reached there. So Skypiea goes to A. Foxy, long ring, long land. I love Foxy. I don't love it as much as other arcs like Drum Island or Jaya, but I don't hate it. Some people hate Long Ring Long Land. I see, like this guy, the person who made the list, he didn't even know that this arc is called Long Ring Long Land. It's not called Foxy. So yep, it's gonna go for me. It's about like I'm recording using QuickTime and saying 3 GB for like 10 minutes of a video. That's fucking crazy. So I'm going to slightly speed things up, but let's see how this works. So Foxy is a C for me. It's not a D though. I'm not going to do it injustice because I like Foxy. I like the games. I like Aokiji. I like the world building of islands. Everything is long. People who migrate from one island to the other, and how that links to Water 7, right? Aqua Laguna. So that's pretty cool, actually. Obviously, it's not One Piece at its best, right? So I'm not going to give Foxy like keep Long Ring Long at B, A, or S, but yeah, I think C is fine. Yeah, I try to see if I get anything wrong later. Excuse me. So we go to Water 7 next. Water 7 and the NES lobby. Now the question is, do I put them at S or A? because Water 7, I think Water 7 deserves an S, especially with like an amount of setup. I can still think of some criticism for Alabasta and Skypia. Water 7 is very hard to think of a criticism because it's absolutely amazing. You don't know who the villains are. You think it's Frankie. It turns out to be CP9. It turns out to be Lucci and the bar guy, Bruno, and Khalifa. So and they've been there for 5 hours. You have Frankie's flashback. You don't. Yeah, Robin's flashback is in NES lobby. So you have the whole thing with Usopp. You have the whole thing with Mary. I think Water 7 definitely goes to S. NES lobby. I feel like NES lobby is not as good as. It's still very good. You have Robin's flashback, a lot of, but because of the fact that Water 7 is a setup arc and NES lobby is following the setup arc, so it's a lot of fights, a lot of, right, and that's what a shonen typically is known for, right? But I think Water 7 still gets higher points for me because Water 7 does the primary build up. Like there's build up in NES lobby as well, as we understand about Robin, we understand about the fighting, we understand about Buster Call, but it's not good as Water 7. So I'll give it an A. Right. Post NES lobby, we meet Garp, we find out about Dragon, and that's it, right? Yeah, nothing really happens. Oh, wait. Blackbeard versus Ace. So I feel like shorter arcs, I'm ranking shorter arcs slightly lesser. So that kind of sucks. Wow, my video is 4 GB now. That's crazy. But let me think about this. So post NES lobby, we have Whitebeard versus Ace. We have Frankie joining the crew. Whitebeard versus Ace, building the Sunny, finding out about Dragon and Garp, right? Meeting Kobe and Helmeppo. But again, not a lot of setup. A little bit of setup with, we have Shanks meeting Whitebeard. Sorry, Blackbeard and Ace, and Shanks meeting Whitebeard. My bad. So it is decent setup. Little bit of comedy, resolution of Usopp. Yeah, I think I'll still, because I feel like arcs that are shorter are getting ranked mediocre and longer arcs are getting ranked higher. But it makes sense because they have more time to set up and build their characters. So I'll give it a B. Post NES lobby is definitely a B. And then we go to Thriller Bark. Wow, these are in order, really? But the arcs before Water 7 are not? Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, let's go to Thriller Bark then. Thriller Bark, top tier humor. Oh my god, is the humor great. I know anime watchers don't really like Thriller Bark as much because the pacing in the anime isn't great, but the pacing in the manga is amazing. It's like 30 or 40 chapters and it's pretty good, like I would say. Kuma, Nothing Happened, Moria. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see as some people, and I understand the criticism that some people feel that Thriller Bark is like completely detached from what's happening. The problem is it just suffers from being in the middle of two very, very amazing arcs. So I'm going to put Thriller Bark, like I'm trying to think of any negatives. Maybe it's, maybe slightly detached, right? But not really, because a lot of things that happen, like Ryuma and Shisui, right? Those things play a huge role. Captain John's treasure that Luffy wears, that goes to Buggy. Lola, the contact from Lola doesn't really help Nami later, but still it does. It kind of does, because Beige, maybe one of the factors of Beige allying with Luffy was also, that Lola's sister he was married to Lola's sister. So I'll give Thriller Bark either an A or a B. I'll give it a high A. A high B, but it could be an A. Actually, no, it makes sense. But it's not as good as NES Lobby. So NES Lobby definitely, I would say, beats Alabasta and Skypia. Sabodi Acheboleko. I'm not. There's no point in talking about this. This might even go to an S. Do we have any negatives in Sabodi? No. I mean, it's despite being small, is as good as Water 7. There's no way. Finally, we have an arc from pre-time skip, Romance Dawn. So let me think what Romance Dawn covers. It's the first chapter, which is the introduction of One Piece. Is the second chapter when Luffy um, goes in the barrel, meets Alvida, and I think it also covers Zoro's chapters. I'm not sure, or is that Orange Town? No, Orange Town is Buggy, right? So I think Romance Dawn covers that as well. So maybe I'm gonna put it because the introduction is actually pretty great. But there's a lot like this is One Piece when this is 20 years ago. One Piece is trying to find its foothold. So and people might get captured with the first chapter, but the second and third chapters are One Piece in its setup mode, and like people who know who are long time fans understand that any series it takes some time to develop and it doesn't become amazing immediately. But yeah, so I'm going to put Romance Dawn at a B. Or actually, I'll put it as C, but it's better than Foxy definitely. Amazon Lily. It's going to be a B for me. Amazon Lily, because yeah, it's not as good as the premier arcs like Skypia, Thriller Bark, but it still does its job. And we go to a new island, a new atmosphere. We meet new people. Sorry, excuse me. I'm going to drink water because it's been like 17 minutes since I've been talking continuously, and I'm surprised how exhausting this is. Okay, so yeah, I think Amazon Lily deserves B. That's correct. Let's check out the next arc. Impel Down. No, this is confusing. Impel Down has Boa arriving, Ivan-chan, level 5, Blackbeard arriving, okay. All the talk about the war being set up by Sengoku, right? So, and what else? Bon Clay, Luffy surviving, Wardens, Shiryu, Sadie-chan. I don't think she contributed a lot to the story, but okay. Bon-chan, of course, Bon-chan's sacrifice, Dragon, Ivan-chan finding out Dragon, Okama's, right. I think it's, I think I'll put it at a B though. I won't put it at an A. I think it's as good as... Is Impel Down better than Thriller Bark? Maybe the pacing is better, but yeah, I think okay, it makes sense. I would say Impel Down is better than Thriller Bark. Let me confirm, is it? So we are yeah, I think at the end Impel Down does become better than Thriller Bark. Thriller Bark's advantage is the same. In the end it becomes better than a good arc, but yeah, Impel Down is better than Thriller Bark. So I'll give Impel Down an A. Marineford, not going to talk about it. This goes to an S. Better than Sabodi, better than Water 7. No questions asked. Post-war. Post-war probably goes to a high A for me. I might even give it an S. Post-war has a lot of Luffy's flashback. So Luffy's flashback, Rayleigh learning about hockey, and what changes are happening in the world. Kobe finding out that he has hockey, and there's a lot of setup, and it's definitely a high A arc. Okay, I won't put it at the top of A list, so I'll put it maybe after Aeneas and Alabasta at this point, because yeah, I think this is good enough. Next, Return to Sabaody. Return to Sabaody is okay. It's a B, right? I mean, sure, the introduction of Straw Hats and the fake Straw Hats, which is actually, if you're an anime watcher and you did not know, the fake Straw Hats have the same voice actors as the actual Straw Hats, but it's just mixed up. So try to find who is who. And okay, So, but Return to Savardi goes to a B for me. Um, yeah, it's like the post 10 years lobby arc, right? I think post war is probably the only post arc that's good enough. Fishman Island, a very amazing story. Fishman Island, learning about and learning about the racism and seeing Oda portray racism such amazingly, it's amazing, right? A lot of people did not like Fishman arc because the villain was not very strong, and Oda did. I mean, it makes sense. Like obviously, the you needed villains to defeat, especially given that you have fought. Like you have the one of the main focus of the story was making focusing on the improvement of Straw Hats, right? So you need to contrast that. You need to put them against weaker foes, or not weaker foes per se. Like Hody was strong, he was just not as strong as the Straw Hats had become strong, right? So Jinbei, for instance, could have beaten Hody. Uh, I think at any point. Maybe not the final Hody after all. No, I think he would have because Jinbei is a fishman too. The only reason Luffy had a small struggle, and in the manga it's not really a struggle. I don't like the anime just drags it out. Sorry. So I'm going to stop ranting on, and I'm going to put Fishman Island at B. So, I don't think B. I would definitely put Fishman Island better than Thriller Bark. So it goes to an A. Maybe I'll move Thriller Bark to a B because honestly, uh, yeah, but a high B. Punk Hazard. Okay, I like the arc. Caesar. Oh, sorry, Gangster Gastino. No, it's Caesar. Caesar, Virgo, the smog. I didn't really like the smog monster Shinokuni. I forgot what its name is. Please comment. What the name of the smog monster was. The jelly smog monster. So that's bullshit. I think Caesar fucking made a weapon that it didn't kill anyone. Like, what's the point? Holy shit! Like seriously? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I still like the arc because it is a setup arc. It's happening on the place where Aokichi and Akainu fought. You meet Law. Okay, I forgot Law. You also meet Doflamingo, and you start the whole conflict with. Is the setup for Dressrosa, but it's still a B, and I don't think it's as no. It's definitely better than Amazon Lily. So maybe I'll put it deserves to be in B. Now I feel bad because I put Romance Dawn in C. Not sure what to do. Okay. Dressrosa. Huge, very long arc, but a lot of setup needed. Wow, I've been recording for 23 minutes and I have like one line left, which is like 14 arcs. Okay. So I'm going to slightly speed this up. I'm so sorry for that. Let's move Dressrosa up. So Dressrosa, I can't even summarize. It like so many things happen. Law and Luffy, Law's flashback. Oh, okay, Law's flash. Sorry, I was going to say Condriano. No. How can I forget? Damn, one of the things he wanted was not to forget, not being forgotten. Corazon. Shit. I'm so sorry, Corazon. I'm so sorry that I forgot your name. So Corazon, Virgo, not Virgo. Again. So a lot of good things happened. Corazon, Cinderpink, Diamante, Dressrosa's backstory, Law's backstory, the setup of Law being a D, a lot of Gear 4. So I think it definitely deserves an A. And I think it's better than Fishman Island. It's certainly. Probably also Impel Down. Probably also Skypia. Definitely not better than Post War. Zoe. Whew. Wow. I don't think we need to talk about this, but it definitely goes to an A for me. It's just amazing. Especially when you start seeing that Raizo is safe moment. Right. Holy shit. It's definitely an A. Next, Whole Cake Island. Whole Cake Island. Mama, Windsmoke Sanji, all the Windsmokes, meeting with Gang Bitch, Luffy versus Katakuri, Luffy learning future sight. So definitely this goes to an A. There are slight criticisms. I mean, uh, Lola's father does not die, and that's not really a criticism. Big Mom chases the Sunny for too long, right? Fucking, who's the second street commander? How am I forgetting these names? I fucking read One Piece every day. Okay, so sorry for all the swearing. I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the street commander because she did nothing. That's why I can't remember her name. Damn it. But it goes to an A. It's definitely better than post. Okay, post-war. Wow, it's hard to compare these two. But it goes to an A. Yeah, it's not a B per se. It's not as bad as these. Orange Town, Luffy meeting Buggy. I would put this at a B. Somewhere around these arcs. Yeah, because yeah, Luffy meets Buggy. It's a smaller arc, right? Not a lot of setup, but pretty cool. Whatever happens, it's a decent arc. Yeah. Reverie, probably an S for me, a low tier S. Is Reverie better than Enies Lobby? I think so. I think Reverie, Enies Lobby, Alabasta are pretty close. Because world building is the best aspect in One Piece I've seen. So I'll put this at Reverie. Wano, another S. Holy shit, has Wano been awesome? Oh my god, not going to say anything. It's spectacular. Right, not going to discuss about Wano, not going to discuss about Marineford. Yeah, I don't need to say anything about these arcs. Cerebral Edge, it's a C, right? It's not as good as Romance Dawn. It's pretty good there. Yeah, Romance Dawn has Shanks and Chapter 1, so I would say Cerebral Edge goes to a C. I don't really dislike Cerebral Edge. I like Cerebral Edge, right? But the problem is the other arcs beat Cerebral Edge out of them. Okay, not really. I would say Orange Town is not better than fucking Cerebral Edge. I'm going to put Romance Dawn here. So yeah, that makes more sense. Bharati. Bharati is another B. It's definitely better than the arcs here. Better than Orange Town. Better than Cerebral Edge. But it's not as good as. It's as good as some of these arcs here. So it makes sense. Along Park goes to an A. This is the moment when a lot of, and you can find this everywhere on the internet, a lot of people become actual One Piece fans. This is the moment that brings them to One Piece. The walk to Along Park is one of the best things that people have seen, and you will see, right? It's amazing. It's top tier fiction. What's the next one? Loguetown. Ooh, I'm going to give Loguetown. Put it somewhere here. Let's see. Meeting Smoker, Luffy declaring he'll be king of the pirates, and meeting Dragon. Not a lot of things happen, right? Luffy declaring he'll be the pirate king. Sorry, Buggy trying to assassinate him. Luffy smiling. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, a B. Yeah, as good as Romance Dawn. Maybe not as good as Romance Dawn. Reverse Mountain. This goes to this is another B because it's small setup with meeting Crocus-san, meeting Laboon, but nothing a lot. I would say it's B. C becomes like a bad arc. And this, speaking of slightly bad arcs, but not really bad. I wouldn't say Whiskey Peak is bad. But there is a genuine criticism of, Luffy fighting Zoro, which is slightly out of character. Not a lot out of character, but slightly out of character for Luffy. So, but I think it's pretty cool. Okay, no, I think it's definitely better than Cerebral Edge. So, I'll put it at Whiskey Peak. Little Garden. I feel like I have a lot of Bs, which I think Little Garden also deserves to go to B. Right, it's definitely not as good as the arcs in A or S, but yeah, let me see. Okay, now that we have processed all the hours. Let me see if I can change any one of these. So Zoo, can Zoo move to an S? I think I'm pretty happy with the ones on A. Yeah, they make sense. Maybe there could be some on B that could move up or down. No, I think this is also pretty good. Wow, I'm actually decently okay with this list. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. This was me ranking all One Piece arcs. Please, like this video if you like to see me talk about One Piece. If you want to see me make more such content, please drop a comment. Right, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to see what works for my channel. So I usually game and stream those, and I made like some One Piece videos. So if you like this video, please like and share this video, right? And do subscribe to my channel if you want to talk about anything One Piece or manga related or related to games. And yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you and bye bye.